All right, let's get an intro going here, shall we? Hey, welcome to Writing Momentum. I'm Christopher Maselli, and I'm going to do a live stream today as I'm working on my part of my website. I'm actually going to be working on my new Zenler website. New Zenler is a tool for creating training programs online. And it's a tool that's actually just come about. They've been working on it for a while. I've been in the beta, and they are about ready to go live with this for everyone. I've been on Teachable. This is my Teachable site here. And Teachable's been great, but it's kind of expensive. And it didn't have all of the features that I want, at least in the basic plan. They want to charge you a lot more for going on a higher level plan, which is fine because it's worth it for a lot of people. But for me, I was like, I don't know that I want to spend that much more. It's like $79 a month for the more expensive plan. Well, Zenler offers everything in their basic plan that Teachable has in like their pro plan. So I'm loving Zenler so far, and I just thought as I was going to build some of it out here, I'd go ahead and go live online and just, if you want to follow along, you can. You can come in, drop out anytime you want, and you may also want to ask any questions. Feel free to ask right here in the chat of whatever platform you're watching on, and I can it'll flag me and I'll get the answer. Just give me one moment. I do want to share this with some people over at Zenler so that they can join in if they want to. Anytime I have a live video, I love to let people know about it so that they can join in should they so desire. Oh, my internet's going a little slower now that I'm streaming a bunch online. That happens, doesn't it? It'll be great when we get to the point where internet is just fast everywhere. You think with today's technology, oh, it's fast, but it's not all that fast all the time because we're trying to do so much with it. So let me just grab the link to what I'm doing live here, and we should be ready to go. Okay, let me see if I see myself, and I do. All right, you can hear me. So, yes, we're going to get started on the new Zenler. Just share that. Post. Okay, and then we may get some folks who are working on Zenler right here with us. So, let's get into what we are doing. Okay, so what I did this morning before I came on here live is I created one course, which is my perfect pitch course. This is a course about how to create one sheets and queries and cover letters and all that sort of thing as you approach agents and editors. It's just a 4-video course. I've already pre-recorded the videos. And I created this course on Zenler. You can see you've got all the course details here on this page. The course title, the subtitle, the URL. You can change that URL, which is nice. It's got the instructors, so if you want to, you can have multiple instructors on Zenler, which I like. And then also your category. So my category here is traditional publishing because generally if you're pitching to an agent or an editor, you're going to want to do so like at a conference, and it's because you want to have that agent or editor find someone else to publish your book. So this isn't really for self-publishing. And then you have all these options, to make it featured, to hide the price, to make it secret. You might want to have a secret course, for instance, if you just want to let certain people know about it and you don't want to make it available to the public. It'll do that. You can also add multiple categories. And then you've got the curriculum. So here on the curriculum page, you can see, like I said, I have 4 videos. So each video has just a little bit of text I put with it, and then the video you can also add in PowerPoint and PDF and text and downloads and surveys and quizzes and all kinds of things, which is cool. And you can even make some of these like a free preview that people might want to see before they sign up for the course. Then they give you pages. These are your course pages. So like you start off with your sales page, and then people go to the checkout page, then the thank you, and then the course access page once they've purchased. You can customize every one of those pages. But what I found as I went through it is that I like a lot of the defaults that Zenler has already built in. So I'm just using those. But for those that I want to change up, you can go in and you can edit each one. And I'm going to do that in a moment. So I won't mess with that now, because we're going to build an entire page together. Like I said, this is one that I did this morning. Then you can change your pricing. So this is lifetime access on this one. It's $17 and we're good to go. You can turn it into a drip campaign. You can do automation with email, all fun stuff. None of which I'm doing yet. I'm going to set some of that up later. Right now I use getgist.com for my emails, and they've been really great. I got them through a lifetime deal through AppSumo or something a little over a year ago, so I haven't had to pay to do broadcast emails for a while, and they've been great. But here's the thing: Zenler has emails built in. They have lead capture built in. You can do lead magnets and all kinds of stuff built in. This is great for authors, for getting people interested in your courses, or just for building up your web pages. So I may not need another email provider, in which case I'll just switch everything over here to Zenler. But I'm not doing that yet. I just wanted to get my courses in here to start off, and be good to go with that. You can see up here there's a link for email or for mail broadcast, and that's what that is. It's all the broadcast stuff. You got marketing funnels. This is where you can create full funnels. I'll show you kind of an idea. Click create new funnel, and then see you can create a lead magnet series, a video series, and it'll actually lead you through creating that, which is really cool. I already have this set up on my website, but I may end up moving that over here too. New Zenler does so much of what I do. I may already have it set up. If you're interested in New Zenler, right now it's in beta, but you can go ahead and message them for an invite, or message me for an invite, and we can get you set up. Because they've given everyone who's in the beta some access codes that you can use. And then email broadcasts, of course, you can set up your email, and then you've got your site. So here, look at this. You can have, this is my homepage, but you can create a whole bunch of different pages within your site, which is really cool. And this is where all your people are and all that sort of thing. So this is my homepage, and then see, these are all the different pages that I've created so far. These are just individual pages. They're not even the teaching pages. Those are separate from this. So pretty cool. You've got access to all that. So what I want to do is I'm just going to casually work on my another one of my courses here. You're welcome to just follow along. If you have any questions, ask in the chat on whatever platform you're using, and it should show up here on my screen. If it doesn't, then I won't see your chat, but it should show up here on my screen. And then we'll be good to go. So like I said, I already did the perfect pitch. So what I want to do, because I've done that one, let me close this. I want to open up the perfect pitch in another window, because I'm going to copy a lot of the information that I did on the perfect pitch into my new course. So I'm going to duplicate this tab. People have asked what browser I'm using. This is Brave. Brave is built upon Google Chrome, but they block all of the ad tracking stuff, and it's a lot more private, so I prefer it. But it's built on Google Chrome, so you can have all your little different extensions in that work with Chrome. They work right here in Brave, so I like that, but I like the privacy of it, so that's why I use Brave. You can get it, I think, at brave.com. I'm not sure. You may have to go to a search engine, search for Brave, you'll find it, and you can download the browser. It's completely free, and it works great. I absolutely love it. Okay, so this is my site on Zenler. So I'm going to go back to my courses. I've already done the perfect pitch, and let's do another one. You are welcome. I see someone said it's helpful, and I can't actually see the names. My screen that I'm looking at is so tiny that I can't quite read your name. So I'm sorry I can't read your name, but I can see that you said it's helpful, and you are welcome. I'm glad it's helpful. Okay, so you may be wondering how I got all these courses in here. Well, the way I got these all in here is that Zenler actually can pull all of your courses from Teachable right into Zenler. All you have to do is email the support at newzenler.com, I believe. And they did it like it overnight. They did it, and I woke up the next morning and all my courses were in here. Because if we go, let's go back to Teachable. This is my Teachable site. If you go here, see, these are all my courses here on Teachable. Now you'll notice something about these. They are almost exactly the same as what has been brought into Zenler. That's because they are the same. I had them bring them all in. And so my courses are already all the videos. They brought in all the videos. They brought in all the content. So if you're on Teachable, super helpful. If you're not on Teachable, you'll have to do all these from scratch, but that's okay. Really, it's not that hard. It's just a matter of uploading all your videos and all that sort of thing, and that's what I was so thankful I didn't have to do that, because I had already done it on Teachable, and then the New Zenler folks went ahead and uploaded everything for me. So let's see, which one should we do? Why don't we do, let's do the Common Children's Book Blunders. This is one that people love when I teach this one at conferences. What this is about common mistakes that people make when they're writing children's books. Everything from the title of the book to how they do the story structure, all that sort of thing. And so I go through a whole bunch of book blunders in this course. Okay, so that's the title, Common Children's Book Blunders. I don't want to change that. Learn the most common mistakes writers make when writing children's books so you can avoid them. Not going to change that. All this is looking good. And then I like this URL, except for I don't like that dash between the children, so I'm going to change that. Look at that. You can change the URL, which is cool. I am the instructor, and my category is writing for children. You can actually have a bunch of categories. I'll show you here. See, I've created all these categories. You can add categories. You can add a new one. So mine are like marketing, traditional publishing, conferences, writing for children, self-publishing, and social media. So those are my different categories. You can create all of those. I did that earlier. And so the category, let's go back to the first tab that I chose, is writing for children. I'm not going to check any of these because I don't want to do any of those. And let's just go on to the curriculum. Okay, so now here I have one heading in this one. Sometimes you might have multiple headings. So like my proposals course, I have how to do proposals with traditional editors live, like if you meet someone at a writers conference, versus doing a proposal that you might want to send in through the mail. So because of those, I'll have multiple sections. Well, in this one, I've just got one section. So it's just Common Children's Book Blunders. And then here's my introduction. You can see I've got an introduction, I've got a little text blurb. I'm actually going to make that a free preview to this so that when people look at this course, they will see that they can actually watch this as a preview. So I'm going to save that. Okay, then I've already got all of these uploaded. If I didn't have these uploaded, all you do is just click on like video and it'll bring up this area where you can just drag and drop your video file on there. Super, super easy. I'm loving that. And it uploads. They host it. I used to have my training on my own website. And I thought, oh, that'd be cool. That'd be the way to go, right? Because I control everything. Yeah, but you're also having to it was a constant tech headache for me. I had to have a video host, and you have to have everything secure, and you have to make sure all the plugins are always updated. It's a mess. It's so much easier to go and do this. Right now, Zenler is like $350 for those who jump in while it's finishing up beta here. That is 70% off, and it amounts to like $28 a month. That's less than what I'm paying Teachable, and I'm grandfathered in with Teachable. So yeah, grab it while you can, right? If you need a link for that, I think you have to just send me a message or send New Zenler a message, and we can get you a code. All right, then video library. See, this is where I've uploaded a few videos. If you've already had them uploaded, you can grab them here, and then you can also throw in some embed code if it's somewhere else. But I don't need to do any of that because I've already got all the videos on my page. So if I want to add a lesson, you can add one. It'll just throw another one on there. You can also bulk upload your content, which I did actually with some of mine. I just went ahead and put all the videos up here at once. But I'm pretty good with this. My introduction, like I said, I wanted to make that free, and so that's good. So let's jump to the pages. This is where I'm going to do the bulk of my work right now, okay? You know what? Before I do this, I'm going to jump to pricing because I want to edit the pricing. So I haven't added any pricing, so I'm going to add my pricing, and I want to make this match what I was doing over at Teachable. So I'm going to say it's a one-time purchase, single payment. If you have any questions, feel free to just ask or mention it on the platform you're in. I see someone from Periscope has already asked a question or two, and so I can see your questions. I can't see your name, unfortunately, because my screen is so tiny that I have you on. I'm sorry about that. You know what? Now that I say that, I wonder if I can bring... Let me just check. I might be able to make this so I can see it larger. Doing this through Restream. I'm doing all my broadcasting. I love Restream because you can broadcast on multiple platforms at once, and they do the chat through the multiple channels, and I think they have the ability for me to actually look at a large chat. Oh yeah, there we go. Woohoo! Hold on just a moment and I'll be able to actually see everybody. Alright, it's going to make me log in. Please bear with me just a moment while I log into Restream. Restream has really been another great platform that I've used. Okay, log into there, and I should be able to see now another chat box. They're going to give me a two-factor authentication code. Hold on. All this stuff's great because it keeps you safe, but man, it can take a while to get through everything sometimes just to get into the application you want, right? Okay. Looks like we're up now. So, hey all. Feel free to ask any questions here. Okay, so now I should be able to see your messages. Yep, and my messages just went up there. You saw that? So, okay, good. Okay, so let's go back to what we were working on. We are adding the pricing. So I'm going to go back to Teachable, which is my old provider. And let's see what I was charging there. So we have to go to my courses. I'm actually in the wrong course here, aren't I? I don't remember what my course was. Here we are. View all. Yeah, I haven't used this one in a while, so my sales aren't great through it. Here we go. I got some good sales. I mean, over time, I've gotten $500–600 in sales, and that's without broadcasting or, you know, like letting hardly anyone know about it or anything. Like you can make money putting training online. The more you promote it, of course, the better you'll do. But the key is to have quality content, have good content, record it well, and people will be interested. Okay, so now we're back at Teachable. This is my information from my website over there, and what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to copy the information from my page. So I'm going to go to my sales page. It's kind of an interesting way to see both sites too by watching me do this. Okay, so here's the copy I have on the page, which I don't think I like this. I think I've got some better copy on my computer. I may have to search for it. Okay. Let's go back over to Zenler. I got so many tabs open. All right, so here's the description. Oh, sorry. I was actually not looking for that. We'll come back to that. I just want to get the price. Okay, I was charging $17. Easy enough. So $17. The name is the, I'm going to call this lifetime access, including all updates. And I'm going to put an exclamation point, and I'll show you how that'll look in a few minutes, and you'll see why I did that like that. Buy now. I'm not going to put any bullet points on here. I'm going to make it available all the time, so I don't have to set an availability, and I'm not going to work with tiers. I'm actually really interested in seeing how the tiers work here on Zenler. I think it's going to work a lot like Patreon does, where I can say, hey, if you want to go ahead and send us $5 a month, I'll give you access to all of this. And it's just a recurring payment for $5, that kind of thing, but I can bundle all my courses in there. I think that's how that works, and I'm eager to try it. Right now, I'm just setting up all my courses, though, for individual payment plans, because I also want to have that available. So someone's like, I don't want to support you, but I would like to come on and just buy some course outright. I want them to be able to do that. If anyone is watching who's using Zenler and you are setting that up like that, like a Patreon plan, I would love to see your site and see what you're doing, because I will probably copy some of that information from you. Okay, so that's it, $17, and you hit finish. Like, okay, it was that hard, right? Easy. Okay, and then you see here, it's not a recurring payment. It's $17 one-time purchase, and we're good to go. You can actually add multiple plans. So, for instance, if you want to say you could do a reoccurring plan, or you can do lifetime access, or whatever, you can do payment plans, that kind of thing. I think pretty easy. Okay, so pricing's good. Now I'm going to go back to my pages. This is where we're going to spend the bulk of our time. So I have a sales page, a checkout page, a thank you page, and a course access page. Some of this, I already like the way that they have created it. For instance, once someone has checked out and they go to the thank you page, let's jump there. This is what it looks like. It's going to take me into the editor, because it's assuming I want to edit at this point. Close a couple of these other tabs. Come on. Okay, so this is, once someone has purchased, this is what they'll see. Thank you, congratulations, and thank you for enrolling in this course. Common Children's Book Blunders, continue the course. You know what? That looks good enough to me. I'm not even going to mess with this. It's something that someone's going to see for a few seconds, and I don't want to waste my time with it, so I'm good with that. And then the course access page, after they've purchased, this is what they see. Again, it's taking me into the editor. And the speed here is totally my fault, because I'm doing a bunch of streaming. I've got someone over here playing Fortnite on the streaming, so we're using lots of internet access right now. Okay, so here we are. This is the course access page. So once they purchase, then they can jump to this page where they can actually start watching, right? They can watch this through. I don't have to create all of this. This is automatically created by Zenler. See, when you hover over it, it says Course Curriculum Dynamic. That means they're creating it for me. I don't have to go in, create any of this. It makes it super easy, barely an inconvenience. And I can also edit the content, though, from course settings. So if I want to edit this, I can go into the course and edit it. But they create it for me. They keep track of people's progress through the course. By the way, they have terrific analytics, where you can see where people are in the courses, how they're doing, who drops out where, that sort of thing. Really good stuff. I don't want to change that page, so let's get out of there, come back here. The two pages I want to work on are the checkout and the sales page. Now, like I said, I already you know what I just saw is that this doesn't have the correct URL based on what I changed it to. Maybe I wonder if I didn't save that, and I need to go back and fix that. Let's go back and do that real quick. Curriculum. No, it's the course details, wasn't it? Yeah, see, it didn't save that. I must not have updated it. Okay, now let's go back to pages. Let's see if it was me that messed up. Yeah, see, now it's fixed. So I messed it up before. I didn't save it. Always save, right? It's a key. You must always save. Okay, so now the first thing I'm going to do is change the checkout page, because it's going to relatively stay the same. There's only a couple things I want to change on here. And I have found that the easiest way to do that is just to copy and paste from other courses. Oh, and you know what? I think one of those tabs I just closed was from another course. I'm gonna have to go and open up that other course. Okay, so see this is automatically dynamically filled in, so I don't have to mess with any of this. But these quotes are fake. Okay, so I want to pull this and pull quotes from another course because I use just a couple of the same quotes. So here's how I'm going to do that. I am going to go back and open up, first of all, my other course. So let's go back to courses. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to duplicate this tab. Okay, so that's the one I'm working on. Let's go back to the one I worked on earlier, the perfect pitch. We're going to go into the pages for this one, which I've already finished. And you'll notice, let's edit this one. Okay, you see I have up here 2 editor pages. This is the one I finished. This is the one I'm working on. The 4th tab over is the one I'm working on. So on this one that I finished, I have real quotes. So let's let that pop open. And so here are my 2-row quotes, okay, from Michelle Medlock Adams, who's a best-selling author. I recommend you look at her stuff, and Melanie Henry too, best-selling author, great stuff from both of them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit, I think it's the settings. I don't think that's right. Give me a moment to think about this. Oh yeah. Here, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to tell it I want to see the code. When I do that, it's going to pull in all the code for this section, okay? And I'm going to have to ask them about this. That concerns me about all of it. Normally, I just hit Control A to copy all of it and Control V to paste it, but I think I may end up with a problem. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy everything here from testimonials start to testimonials end, because that's what I'm editing. I'm going to hit Control Copy. Now I'm going to jump over here to the new one that I'm working on. I'm going to go into the same code. It's a little messy doing this, but I know that this is the kind of thing they're working on. You know, they're just coming out of beta. Can you imagine? Places like Teachable have been around for years, right? They're just starting with this, and look how great it is. Man, this is going to be awesome once it's, you know, it's already awesome. It's going to be even better as time goes on. They had another one called just Zenler, I think, a while ago. I wasn't a part of that, but that's where I think they'll learn a lot of stuff. Okay, so check this out. So now it put in my 2 testimonials, so now they match with what I had here on my other page. See the 2 that I created? So is that easy? I just copied and pasted. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hit tell it to save that. It's going to save it. Oh, and then I got to put in my meta descriptions and all that. Super important stuff here. This is how Google is going to find you and get all the good stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my page description from my course details. And I'm going to copy that. This, by the way, is probably not the, I can close that other editor. This is probably not the best meta description, but it does have the words writers, writing children's books, so it's not bad. I think what I do want to do is put in my name here. So I'm going to say Christopher P. N. Maselli teaches the most common mistakes writers make. So that way it'll get my name in that meta keywords, and then the page title. You know what? I didn't want to close that other one because I just thought of something else I want to grab from it is some of this meta stuff. So I'm going to go back into that other editor for the one that I completed. This is the new one. This is the old one. And I'm going to copy the information from that too. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Oh, I also should say they have a pop-up too, which will come up and say, hey, sign up for the newsletter. I need to change that, don't I? So this is going to be a pop-up to get people just to sign up for my courses. Maybe I'll go do that in a minute here too. Okay, so how do we change the page settings. Okay, so now I'm going to copy some of the same. Oh no, here, I want to copy this first. Okay, this is, I want to make these look the same. There we go. And this is the checkout page, so I want it to say checkout. And then for the meta keywords, I'm going to grab these. I'm going to change these up. So I don't need, some of these are not applicable. And even that is not. So then I'm going to change this. I'm going to say children's books, picture books. That's not bad. I think that's good. I'm gonna say story structure, writing and course. Okay. The page meta title on the other one. I think I just put the. I want to put this in there. And then if you want to put stuff in the header, like still like Google tracking or whatever, you can go ahead and do that here. Don't need to do that. Page CSS, you can put some unique CSS in there if you want. All this good stuff. I'm not doing it. I don't need to do that. Okay. And then save. Okay, cool. So that's what we have on the checkout page. So I'm done with that page. So I'm going to leave this open though, because I want to actually steal some of that stuff I just put in the page settings for the page that I haven't worked on yet. So let's just go ahead and leave this open, and I'm going to jump back to the pages here for Common Children's Book Blenders. Believe it or not, we are almost done. This does not take that long. Look at this. There's 4 pages you have to create after you've got your training set up. Sales, checkout, thank you, and course. The course and the thank you page, they created for me. And they're, as far as I'm concerned, they're good enough. So I'm not going to mess with that. The checkout page, I just wanted to change a few things in that. I just did that. Now I have to go to the sales page. This will be the hardest because it's going to have the most information in it. I think the hardest thing is to keep track of all these tabs, right? I mean, look at this. Got all these tabs open. Okay. So let's go to the sales page. Now, I am going to steal from my other sales page a bit because I liked what I did on this sales page here for the perfect pitch. So let's actually go back to the sales pages for the perfect pitch. And I'm gonna do a lot of that copying and pasting like you just saw me do for that last section, because I just find it easy to copy and paste the code. It's a little messier because you're getting into where the code is, but it doesn't bother me. I mean, if you really mess things up, they've always got this little undo button up here you can always hit, so not a huge deal. Okay, so here's the perfect pitch page. So what I have on it is I have the title up here, which is dynamic. They do that for me. It's got the subtitle, which is dynamic. They do it for me. The picture is a picture that I took from Teachable. Eventually, I want to have a video in there, but I'm just using the picture as a placeholder because I haven't recorded the video yet. It's got where you can enroll in the course. It's got a summary of the course. I don't even know if I need that word course summary. I'll leave it for now. And then I did it to where I have a large bit of copy and then a small bit of copy. Then I've got a little bit about me here, and the course curriculum, course pricing, and frequently asked questions, and then a quote from Michelle. So what I want to do is copy a lot of this information over here piece by piece. Now here's the good news, is some of this is already done. So let's go over to Common Children's Book Blenders. Look at that. See that? It's already done. Boom. This first section. Course summary is not done because I have not written a course summary yet. So what I want to do to make it match the other one is first I'm going to copy and paste from this one. So I'm going to grab the code. This time I'm going to do the old Control A to copy, Control A to select all, Control C to copy. Then I'm going to jump back over to my new one. Control A, paste, save. Boom! Okay, course summary is there. That looks great. Next is the course curriculum. I don't think that's right. No, next I have my a little bit about me. So what I want to do is I want to move the bit about me here, and I'm going to grab it like this. Did I grab it there? Yeah. And I'm going to drop it there. Is that so cool? Okay. So now, look at that. I've got all that done except for I've got to change the copy in the course summary. But I finished that. This is automatically generated. I don't need to write that. Okay, now this is not actually what I want next. On the other one, let's see what I did. Under the course curriculum, I had the pricing. So let's just go ahead and move that because the pricing's here. I'm just going to grab it, move it up there. Let go, and it should appear right in place. There it is. Now, you know what I don't like about this is how much room is around that. Like, it seems a little much, doesn't it? So I'm going to click on, I can edit that. You just click on the white area, and here I can change the spacing on the top and the bottom and just get rid of it. Okay, nice. Okay, and then next we have the little quote here. I'm going to grab that frequently asked questions is what I want next. So I'm going to copy this, copy, and let's see how this works. I think I need to insert a new block of just an empty block there. Make an empty block. So now see how it just gives me an empty space? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there, Control A, Control V, and there's my space. And let's see if it puts there's my frequently asked questions. Cool, huh? Okay. Oh yeah, no, it's even took the image, because see how I have a real light image there in the background. It took that. And now I want to edit this quote. I don't want it to be by this guy, so I'm going to grab my earlier quote from Michelle. I'm going to use the same one. Normally I wouldn't, and I may go back and change this later, but for now I just want to be able to go live, and so I really don't mind if I have the same quote. I may grab another one here in a minute because I actually have several quotes from people. Okay, so now let's go back here. Paste that in. Look at that. There's Michelle's quote. Looks great. Okay, and then back up here at the top. Now the only thing I have to change is the course summary. So how easy was that? So let's go ahead and edit this course summary. I want to grab over at Teachable my the summary that I had over there. So here it is. Oops. There we go. This is not, by the way, a great course summary. I may have to change this up while we're working on it. Okay. Yeah, that's lame. Okay. I'm gonna check and see if I've got a better summary of this on my computer. Give me just a moment. So what I've done is I've saved each of these in my computer under the name of the course, so I can hopefully quickly access stuff like this when I need it. I don't have it there, so let me check in my Evernote. Yeah, I love Evernote. Everyone, children's book blunders. Okay, now here's a no, that's not it. Wow, I wonder if I don't have a good description of my book blunders class. Here's a speaking information. Let's see if I've got one there. Yeah. Okay, here's a short one. I'll use this. It's better than nothing, but it's not that great. So, okay. Let's see what it says. You get an insight into my editing process. So it's that short. Man, it's so short. Okay. If you have, I'm just going to write this off the cuff and let's see how it goes. An idea for a great children's book. Don't let it be don't let it get lost in the slush pile because of a simple mistake. Discover the most common children's book blunders so you can avoid them. Okay, that's good. For this popular workshop, I'm making all this pretty casual here in my copy to start off and see how it does. I'm making it formal, but I just kind of like the idea that people can go, oh, okay, I can actually learn from Chris, and it's an actual real person, and it's not some organization, right? For this popular workshop, I, Chris, researched thousands of failed manuscript submissions, interviewed agents and editors, and found common threads. Blunders people made that kept them stuck in the slush pile. You'll be surprised at what you hear. In this training. But you'll also okay, let's change it. Let's say, for this popular workshop, I, Chris, researched thousands of failed manuscript submissions, interviewed agents and editors, and found common threads. Blunders people made that kept them stuck in the slush pile. Now, discover how you can avoid these common mistakes and get your manuscript noticed. Learn how to stand up from the competition. By learning the secrets I've found that will help you create a children's book that no editor will be able to put down. Boom! Okay, that's good. Good enough for now, anyway. I always tend to go back and tweak, after working on some of this stuff, but that's good for now. I'm liking that. Okay, that's it. So there's my course summary. Eventually, I'll have a video up here too, because not loving this. But for now, it's fine, right? I mean, sometimes you have to say, okay, it's good enough, and I'll go with that, and then I can always add more later, or change it up later. So I'm going to hit save, and when I do, this is going to bring up that same dialogue I had on the sales page, where it's going to say, how do you want to make it look? So if anyone from New Zealand's watching, I would love to have the page settings like copy over or something, especially within the same training, because often you're going to be pulling from similar information. But since I don't have that right now, I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to grab it from this page, because that's the checkout page. So now, see, I want to have pretty much the same page title, except for I'm going to get rid of the word checkout because this isn't the checkout page. Meta description, same thing. Meta keywords, same thing. Page meta title. Oh, I don't want the word checkout, so all I want is say that. Okay, that's it. I don't have any header information. I don't need a page CSS. So now I'm going to hit done and check this out. Hit save. This is exciting. I just did that whole thing. So now let's jump back to, well, this is the editor, so we can actually close the editor. I'm going to leave this other one open. in case we want to access it when we work on other pages. Actually, I don't need that one open, do I? I can close that. Okay. There's a sales page, all of that. Good to go. I already did the pricing. I did the drip. I did the automation. Check this out. Ready? I'm going to publish. Boom, 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 boom. It is published. And now I can preview it as though I was a visitor. And so I'm going to jump right in here. If I were a visitor, I could come in. I could see everything we just set up. And I could enroll in the course. Yep. It's looking awesome. Okay, so that's 2 down. And a few more to go. Slick, slick, slick. I'm loving it. Okay, so now let's jump back to the dashboard. These are the discounts for those in beta. If you're interested in getting in on what New Zenler is doing, normally it's going to be $11.64 a year for the Pro version and $59.64 a year for the Premium version. It's a lot more expensive for that one. All that does is give you more email access, or more not access, more email names and that sort of thing. It's like 100,000 or something. The Pro gives you 25,000. That's plenty enough for me right now. Neither one has any transaction fees. Really good stuff. If you're interested, go ahead and let me know, and I can send you an access code, or you can just let New Zenler know and they can send you one. Okay, so see, this is some of the reporting that you'll eventually have, which is cool. And go to courses. So now 2 of them are finished. I have now finished Perfect Pitch and Children's Book Blunders. And I'm now getting started on, I think I'm going to go ahead and do another one. I'm not even sure if I'm going to make this one public. This one's kind of old. You know, some of these, it's like, at the time, they were really good. I don't think it is live. Let's see if it's even live. Oh, that's published. I'm going to unpublish that course. I was messing around with it a while ago, and I think I made some things published that I may not have wanted to publish. Oh, okay, so I bet that's what these icons are. These icons mean it's whether it's published, isn't it? Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, I'm going to unpublish that. I want to work on this one, this one. Questions and answers are like just a bunch of free videos. It's a free course that you can get. Okay, that's good. So, I'm going to take just a break for a minute. I'm going to go get some water because I am thirsty. I will be right back. Let me throw this on for you. All right, I'm back. I'm working on my New Zenler course. Oh, and I left my water. I'll be right back. All right, let's get started again. So, you got your water. You have to have some sustenance. keep you going. Hold on just a second. Okay. So, if you have any questions on what I'm doing while I'm working, feel free to ask them. You can ask them on whatever platform you're on. I'm doing this through Restream, which actually broadcasts on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and I think LinkedIn. I don't think my LinkedIn's working right now, though. So anyway, but it works on all those. So you can ask on any platform, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. So this is New Zenler is what I'm working on. And I'm working on my courses here because I want these to go live soon. I have finished 2, which are completely ready to go. That's the Perfect Pitch and Common Children's Book Blunders. But I did just realize that one of the things that I have active in my courses is a pop-up that is incorrect, and I've got to change that pop-up. So I'm going to jump back in here into one of my courses that I've been working on. That's the code. Ignore that. You don't need to know all that. And I'm going to work on this pop-up. So the first thing I want to do is work on the pop-up settings. Let's see. On exit, they will get the pop-up. Wow, I've not even messed with this before. I don't even know what they have to offer. Sign up for newsletter. I don't want all that. I want. You know what I think I want is like, I kind of like this smaller one. It's a little less intrusive. And what I can do is I can click on this and grab the image of my lead magnet, which is this. Yeah, look at that. And then make it so that people can automatically get my lead magnet when they come to the page, whether they sign up for the course or not. Now, it's important because some people are going to come to the pages and they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you got your course, is great, but I don't want to spend money right now. But if I can make a connection just by, saying, hey, I got a free PDF that you can download, that's what they can grab here. So that's exactly what I want to do. So I'm going to have this PDF that they can download for free and get on my email list for that. So you call this a lead magnet, right? So that's what I'm building here. Now I'm not sure if I love this one or not. So this is kind of crazy because they have so many choices. Where was that at? There's so many choices of things like lead magnet that you can do on these things, which really makes it fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the different designs. Wonder which one. What do you think looks good? Any of those appeal to you? This is for signing up for this lead magnet of 10 ways to get your books noticed. Gosh, that's kind of nice there too. I don't really need their first name, and I know the more information you ask for, the less likely that people are going to sign up. So that's why I usually just go for something small. I actually think I don't like the way that one's. You can build your own. You don't have to go with the ones that they're suggesting. Well, so maybe we should do that. Let's try this one. Let's see, that's a whole image there, though. Yeah, it's okay. All right, let's try this. Let's see what we can build. It's pretty easy, as you can see, to change things around in New Zenler. Look at that. Boom. Just change it all up. Now, this is not going to be signing up for the newsletter. This is going to be signing up for the PDF. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to writing.fyi/get-noticed. This is where my lead magnet is on my regular web page. And I'm going to copy some of the information from this. Okay. And that's what I like. Okay, so grab our free PDF. I like how he did it here, so that's why I wanted to use the same thing. Okay, so I'm just pasting that in, and then I'm going to do this, copy. It's taking so long because I'm using a whole bunch of the internet, and we got Fortnite going on over here next to me, and I'm doing this here, so it takes up a little bit of the internet. It's not Zenler, it's me. I'm streaming. So that happens when you stream. Okay. Now this, see, I want to grab their email. Oh, this isn't quite right. I liked how I did it here. 10 best tips to sell and market. I want to have bolded. So I'm going to go back and change that out to make it to where they match. I think I'm freaking out the machine. I see that I'm dropping a lot of frames. I'm wondering if this is skipping. If so, I may need to find another way to stream here. Okay, bold that. Bold that. Bold that. Okay. Now here, I don't want to request their name. I'm just going to request their email. So I'm going to delete the name element. And I want to, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it so we can see both of these at the same time. Putting this on that side. Oh, where's the other one? Window. I want this one. I'm going to make that a little smaller. So put this on this side so now I can see them both. Okay, and I'm going to change this to the words "get it." Everything's really going slow here. I think I've maxed out my internet connection and I see I'm dropping frames. Okay, I'm going to log off for now and I'll come back in a little bit. Thank you for watching, and check it out again in a bit and we can join up again. Bye. Oh wait, it's because I was recording. I don't know, maybe I should tell it to not record. Maybe that'd speed it up. Let's try that. See if that speeds it up if I'm not recording onto my machine at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to change this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and match the colors I have on my other one because I really like the way the other one looks. And we're just going to have to see if I can do that. And let's see. Everything's going too slow. I'm gonna have to come back in, folks. All right. Glad you joined me. Bye.